Okay, guys, we are up to chapter 25, and it is titled Operation The Harold Ranch Expedition. A camp out in Mr. Harold's backyard that evening is the closest thing to an expedition that Charlie and Debbie agree to let us do on our own in the dark, which Tobin grumbles about the whole time they're setting up the tent. I'm sorry, Tobin, Debbie says, pounding in a steak. It's just not safe to be in the woods alone all night. I won't be alone. I have lemonade. Yeah, you do, Charlie. Charlie smiles, trying to tying a cord to a stake already in the ground. Yes, you do. Mr. Harold, is it okay if we use your bathroom instead of the woods at night? I ask. Oh, of course. The door will be open, so you just help yourselves to whatever you need. There are extra blankets if you get cold. And of course, if it rains, you two just come right on inside. Now, is there anything else I can do before I leave? Charlie asks, double tying the final cord to the ground. No, Tobin says. Okay, well, I packed granola bars and juice for you both and some extra Twinkies for you, Lem. He hands me a brown paper bag. Thank you, Charlie. Debbie smiles at him and puts a hand on his arm. Who has time to eat when cryptozoological discovery is about to be made? All we really need is this. Tobin holds up his movie camera. I think tonight's the night. I can feel it. Lemonade, tonight we're gonna make history. Good luck, kids. I'll be back to pick you up in the morning. We wave goodbye to Jake as Charlie and Debbie drive down the long dirt drive into the setting sun. The sky is a brilliant orange with a few gray clouds in the distance. But no matter how dark those clouds are, they can't block out the bright pinks and warm reds and fiery oranges that stretch across the sky as the sun finds its way behind the pines. A cooling breeze blows, moving my hair off my shoulders and making chicken skin sprout up on my arms. I look at the clouds way off in the distance one more time, hoping they stay right where they are. I'll be in the house, kids, Mr. Harold says. The windows are open, so if you need me, all you gotta do is holler. And again, if it starts to rain, you just come on inside. It looks like something might be coming. Yes, sir, Tobin says. Good night, then, Mr. Harold says. Night, we say together. Tobin and I head to the tent and we crawl inside. I find my wool jacket and sweatpants in my duffel bag and I pull them on over my shorts and t-shirt. I'm staying up all night, Tobin informs me, sitting cross-legged on top of his sleeping bag. Here, you're assigned to the still pictures of this mission. He hands me the Polaroid camera. I sit down cross-legged on my sleeping bag, facing him, and slip the strap around my neck. We sit there staring at each other. No one says anything. What do we do now? I ask him. Wait, he says. For what? He leans forward and whispers, You'll know when you hear it. Oh, I say. We wait. There's a low, far-off rumble in the sky, and I take a deep breath. I hope Mr. Harold is wrong about something heading in this direction. Want to play 20 questions, I ask? What's that? Well, you think of something, and you tell me if it's a person, place, or thing, and I have to guess it in 20 questions. And you can answer, and all you can answer is yes or no. He shrugs. Okay. You go first, I say. Tobin smiles. Okay, I got something. You're thinking of something. Yep, he says. You have to tell me if it's a person, place, or thing, I tell him. What if it's none of those? What do you mean? It has to be one of those. Well, it's not. I look at him and I cock my head to the side. It's Bigfoot, isn't it? Tobin smiles so wide. You're so predictable, I tell him. Lem. What? What is it? I pop my head up. Tobin rubs his eyes. You fell asleep. You fell asleep first, I say. No, I wasn't sleeping. I was. Wait, what time is it? He checks his Bigfoot watch. Oh, 300 hours. That's really 3 in the morning. Tiny taps of rain are hitting the top of the tent. It's going to be light in a few hours, I say. He nods. I yawn. I guess we're not going to get anything this time either. Well, not stuck in this tent we won't. Unless what? Unless we make something happen. We're not supposed to do that, I say. Charlie and Debbie said to stay in the yard. We will, but there's no harm in exploring closer to the fence post out in the west end of the pasture. The pasture's not the yard. They said to stay in the yard. Plus, it's storming out, I say. He holds one palm outside the tent flap. Barely a drizzle. Anyway, pasture, yard, what's the difference? There's a big difference, I tell him. That's why they said to stay in the yard. If you're too chicken, I'll go by myself. I'm not chicken, I insist. You sound foul to me. Okay, I agree. But if it starts storming, I'm going inside. Fine, Tobin says. Let's synchronize. You know I don't have a watch. The cabras, he says. Oh, cabras ready? He asks. Check, I say. Check, he says. This might be our night, Lemonade Liberty Wet. It's coming down harder, I think. Quit being a chicken. It's just a little. And just then we hear this horrible sound, a low, high-pitched howl from the woods. Ooh! I grab his arm. What's that? My heart's pounding hard in my chest, and the wool jacket and sweatpants suddenly make me feel like I'm wearing a snowsuit in a sauna. I knew it. It's them. They're here. They're here. Let's go.